Well, welcome back to me pod garden. Well, welcome back. It's just a day after I made a video, but the shallots have come along and I'm going to have to do some transplanting today. Because you don't know what the weather's like going to be tomorrow, so you've got to just do your best. So what I'm doing, as I say, it's my shallots, and these are the Morrisons. I finally said it. So these are the experimental ones, and as you can see, the roots are starting to peek out. You can see where they're all coming through. So these are, I've got a good root system on them now, and they're now transplanting on. As I say, to me they look as though they're splitting, but it could be just the way they go, because I would have thought if they're anything like an onion, they would produce the one sort of stem going up, whereby, you know, all the leaves come off. I mean, if you can imagine just one of those, that's how I would imagine, say if it was just that one, that's how I'd imagine that one there, that's how I'd imagine just one onion to grow. But it's got 3 coming out of this. But I'll transplant it on because it's an experiment, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. I may prove everyone wrong with these. They're not Zabroon. They're not the ones Dan grows from seed. So, as I say, we'll see how it goes. And these other ones, these are the red sun, and as you can see, they are, well, that one's starting to, I don't know if you can see that fella there. That one's starting to go, he's definitely away, and there's one starting to appear on there. Nothing as yet on the golden gourmet, but that's early days yet. And I don't know if you can see, particularly that one, which is the one that's really sprouted. As you can see, there's roots coming through the bottom, so I'll transplant him. And I'm also going to transplant a couple more cauliflowers, because I was given a nice little gift off my next door neighbour again. And I will detach the camera from the stand for the moment and take it over to where it is, and there it's there. So I don't think shallots need a deep root system, so this is, I don't know, about 12 inches, maybe 10 inches deep, but I think it's a 3 foot by 3 foot, so each one of them's a foot square. I was given that. What I've got in is about 25, a quarter to a third of my homemade compost. I've got some, you'd say the lightest stuff, that's Coca-Cola, which I got. and that's just to help us aerate the soil. There's no nutrients in it, and that's about another 20 foot a quarter, something like that. And then the other half roughly is just general purpose compost in there. So it's a very light and lovely crumbly texture in there. Squeeze it, just about stays in shape, but then the slightest pressure and it all crumbles down. And I've added about a handful of grow more in each of the boxes, so that's a nice, decent, I wouldn't say rich, but it's got enough stuff in there for what I'm going to grow in here. I'm going to put my shallots, my experimental ones, in one. I'm still undecided yet. It might be one or two of the squares. I'm going to sow the cabbage in that one there. I'll probably sow a couple of boxes, squares of lettuce, and some turnips and Swedes in there. But yeah, that was a very nice present, or gift, should I say, from my next door neighbour. Much appreciated. His back garden is mostly grass. He likes his lawn, and what sort of paving area he's got, he uses it for sitting and sitting in when the days are nice, and his greenhouse. So he didn't have room for this, so he knew I'd do my veg, and he asked us if I had the space, and I'm going to put it there. So that's where I'm going to put the stuff. So, sorry for the quick pan in there. So, these are the fellas I'm going to do. They need a watering as well, because as you can see it's quite dry, so they need a good water. So, I'll transplant those two. I'm actually going to plant them, which I'm more concerned about, in that bed there, where it's protected with a netting. And I'll just keep adding them as they mature into that pot there. But my experimental ones, I'm going to stick into the new bit of kit I've got over there. So I'll just put this back. Hope you don't mind the jerkiness. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll set the camera up over there, and I'll just quickly show you us doing it. It's not particularly exciting, but just for the sake of completeness of the video, I'll show you how I do it. So, see you in a second. So, this is the bed I'm going to use. This, I'm going to put them in these two back ones, because basically, once you put them in, you leave them until the leaves fall over and yellow, and then you harvest them. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put 4 in each square, so that'll accommodate all of them. So, what I need to do is just gently loosen the soil, and as you can see there, whoops, nearly lost my balance. There you go. They've got an excellent root system, so he's doing rather well, starting to get a little bit bound. So what you need to do, I'll put one in each corner, just make a little room, plant them at the same depth as they were before. Don't need to be harsh with them. It's just a gentle, very gentle packing in, and I'll just quickly do the rest. Again, lovely roots on them. In there, and then gently pat them in. There you go. So there you go. He's come out a bit better. He was really pot bound, this one. So just tease the roots out a little bit, just so they've got somewhere to go. And plant him in, firm him in. Again, as I say, not too firm, just enough. There's another fella in there. And finally, put the marker in. This fella here hasn't got any, or what appears no life in him. No green shoots. We'll have a look. There you go. All the effort's been put into making roots, and it has. So he'll be okay once he has enough of putting the roots out. And again, put it in, cover the fella up, roughly the same height. Just gently tap him in, and that's it. Okay, so that's me 8 experimental shallots in. All I need to do now is give them a little bit of water, just a little bit, and leave them to do their thing. Well, these are my 2 cauliflowers that I'm going to transplant. Because they grow big, obviously, ideally I would probably just do 1, but I like to see how far I can go. As you can see, the roots are really good on this fella. He's quite happy. So just make a little hole slightly deeper than he was, and then firm the fillet. There you go. It's him in the ground, and then do the same over here. Again, lovely root system on them, and just gently firm the fella in. The like sort of firm soil. So what I'll do is I'll just firm this soil down in this one, just in this one only, and that's it. Okay. So there you go. Well, I hope you can see this with the netting out the way. As I say, I've got some red sun shallots, particularly that one. I'll do 3. I'll do that one that's poking out, and that one that's just about poking out. So I'll do them 3. This is the bed. So I'll roughly space them about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in fact, what I'll do is 1, 2, 3, That I think that'll be space and fine for them. So he's the one that's furthest advanced. Ease the fella out very gently. The soil is wet, so it should stay together, and as you can see, he's got a lovely root system in there, so he can take pride of place in the centre, just like with the other shallots. Same depth as they were before, and just very, very gently firm it in. Don't have to be too rough, and I'll do the ones that are hardest to get to. Again, nice roots forming. So, oops, sorry. Ever so gently, there you go. So he's in. And here was the other fella. There you go. Nice roots. So they're doing really well. There you go. So there's 3 there. I'll keep the others in the greenhouse while they're still forming the roots, and probably in a couple of days I'll start transplanting me golden gourmet. That's the ones, golden gourmet. So they'll go back in the greenhouse. There you go. This bed, I prepared it last year. Basically, it's mostly the compost from last year, but I've added over the winter a good top dressing of me homemade compost, and again, a handful roughly of the Gromo slow release, and of course I'll give it the occasional feed as and when I think I feel it's fit enough. Don't know if you can see while I've got this netting up the try and zoom in a little bit. There you go. Can you see it now? Let's go above. There you go. There's the cauliflower, and as you can see, he's quite happy there. So I might add a bit more compost just to build him up a bit. But it doesn't really get buffeted that much by the wind. It's quite good, this fleece. So just come back, put the fleece back over. Well, that's it. That's the end of me little shallot transplanting sort of video. Hope you enjoyed it. These are, well, I first made these as a sort of more of a personal diary for myself because I've got a crap memory. But I decided to put them on YouTube because, well, basically I'm learning this, and if some people want to learn with us, that's all the better. So I hope for all you seasoned allotmenteers out there, I hope it wasn't too boring. It's how I'm doing it. I might totally fail because I've never grew shallots before, but if it's a success, maybe someone can learn from it and grow better veg next year. I probably will anyway. So, like, comment, subscribe. Or before I go, I've just remembered, I'm up to 87 subscribers now, which is brilliant. Creeping ever so slowly up to that 100 subscriber mark, which would be a great success for me. But in my last video, I crept over the 3,000 view mark. Last year, I had about 1,000 views from my videos, which was brilliant. So to get 3,000 so far this year, and it's only been 4 months, I've had 2,000 views, roughly. So that's double what I had last year. So for everyone who's watched and has put up with my incessant droning, shall we say, thank you very much. Please keep watching if you want to. As I say, like, comment, subscribe. I'm off. So see you later. Bye now.